So far we've looked at a few of the ways in which Expurgate's EQ section can be used to tailor the response of the gate to the material you're gating. Now we're going to take it a stage further by looking at some of the other controls in the EQ and mixer sections, allowing you to completely transform a sound through the dynamic shaping and level adjustment of different parts of the spectrum. So I've got a pretty loud wideband organ signal now. As you can hear, it's got a lot of bass and upper frequencies to it. At the moment then, bringing up the threshold will of course mean that we gate the whole lot. So at the start of some notes, we then get the slight transient peaking over the threshold to briefly open up the gate. So it's a very abrupt effect. Supposing though we want most of the sound to be unaffected by the gate, and only a certain part of the spectrum to be tightened by it. Then what we can do is use the split EQ facility. So opening up the lower section of the GUI, if we look on the EQ curve, you can see we've got 3 bands for shaping the sideband signal, in the ways we've seen so far. But then there's a 4th band called split. When this is activated, the signal passing through the gate is split by the EQ, so only the remaining frequencies on the graph are gated, and the ones that are filtered out pass through unaffected. In this default state, the split band is a bandpass, so it's cutting out all frequencies apart from a small band. The gated signal and the passband levels are set by the 2 central sliders on the mixer here. So if I keep the dry one off for now, which is the passband, then we can just listen to what we're gating. And then if I click on sidechain, we'll be able to hear the band before it's gated. Rather than use bandpass though, I'm going to go for a high pass instead. And I'll make it the Butterworth one, which has a really steep slope for ultra high precision EQing. Dragging up and down allows me to set the slope, so I can go all the way to 192 dB per octave. And then I can turn off sidechain monitor and set up the gate the way I want on the split EQ band. Then when I've got the top end right, I can bring back in the ungated bottom end by unmuting the dry slider. And the great thing about this is, I now have full control over the level of the bass, the tightened upper frequencies, and the combined level of both with the output slider. So I could choose to have a low level of continuous bass with a louder shaped transient, say. Or a louder, bassier sound with a low-level transient, adding a bit more definition.